This is a Dell XPS I got from the thrift store for $20. And today, we're gonna try to install Mac OS 10 on it. Now, before we begin, just want to clarify, I have no idea if this thing works. So, first thing we're gonna do is try to power it on, see if it works. Hopefully it has a hard drive. Now that we got everything plugged in, I'm gonna power it on. Hopefully it turns on, and we'll try to get to the BIOS. So, let me try. Feels a little loose, so let me try getting a different plug. I hope it's just the plug and not the actual power supply. So I'll get that real quick. I'll be back. Turns out I just had it set to the wrong voltage. So where is the F12? Oh no. Well, couldn't get into the BIOS in time, but it turns on. That's great. But it has no storage. So I guess we're just gonna upgrade it and put some new storage in it. First, I just want to see how much RAM we have, and hopefully we have. Oh, we have. Let's see. What is it? 512 megabytes with only one stick. I could see if I have any DDR2 laying around, and we will put storage in it and upgrade the RAM, hopefully to at least 1 gigabyte. I know Tiger is a little bit finicky, which is the operating system we're installing. It gets weird with the RAM sometimes. I've tried it on a Mac once. So let's get to upgrading. Thankfully, the gods of Dell have blessed me with the fortune of being able to upgrade this thing. And this is great because I found a stick of DDR2 laying around. We're gonna install it. And I also have a spare 250 gigabyte hard drive. So we'll put these two in, and hopefully it's pretty straightforward. So to get to the RAM, it doesn't look very easy, so I think sorry, doing this with one hand is not easy. All right, we have the drive free. And this looks like a card reader. So let's take out this cable. And it was also pretty straightforward. Now, it looks like we're right at the RAM. So I'm gonna put the RAM in now. Which way does it go? This way. All right, the RAM is in. Now I'm gonna put the drives back in, and we'll get to the hard drive. Now that the drives are back in, let's install our hard drive. Looks like these two clips come out. Oh, there goes the fan. And there go our SATA cables. But first, I just want to put the drive in its caddy. Which way? This way. All right, now that the hard drive and its fan are in, we can close this back up and boot it. Hopefully the drive works. All right, now that we are back, I'm going to put in our legitimate Mac OS 10 disk that I definitely did not burn myself. I just want to say right now, this is a great design for a computer. It looks very futuristic, especially for its time in the mid-2000s. But yeah, we have our legitimate disk inside. And let's see if the drive works. I hear it spinning up in there. Let's see. Did it do something? No, it didn't. Let's try our also very legitimate USB Apple drive. Let's try this out. Alright, after a little bit of trying to make it work, looks like it's booting. The disk drive is making read sounds. And it hasn't kernel panicked yet. I don't know if it's gonna like the hard drive though. It's formatted for Windows right now, and don't think it's going to like that. Well, right now it's not looking too promising. Looks like it's not finding anything. Couple of errors. Maybe they're minor errors and they won't completely kill the boot process. So I guess we'll oh shoot! I think it loaded. That's great. I was already thinking the worst. Our mouse is moving. Now we just wait for that beautiful installation pop-up to come up. Oh, if my camera would focus, that'd be nice too. Alright, we have our beautiful pop-up. Sorry for the camera shaking too. It's an iPhone I'm recording on, so sorry about that. Besides that, let's see what we can do with this. This is looking quite promising right now, a lot better than what I was expecting. So I wasn't expecting to even get past the boot process, but I'm glad to see we are in the installer. I just hope it recognizes the hard drive. I think there's a setting in the BIOS I have to change for it. But I don't know if this PC supports that setting. So we're about to find out. Alright, we have everything shown up now. We have our installer. Let's go to utility. Oh, we're not gonna go to utilities. Okay, it's spinning. Utilities. Oh, utilities. Disk utility. Let's format this. Oh, it's doing something. All right, nice. Showed up, and for some reason it has the macOS Catalina installer on it. We're going to name this, of course, Hackintosh HD. All right, format that. And we got it. Let's begin our install. All right, that's our disk. Let's install everything. And we have no end video cards. Alright, we got support for most common hardware. Our Hex. For Intel, this is a Core 2 Duo, so it really fits with the original transition Apple did for Tiger. Alright, let's install. After a lot of trial and error, Tiger did not end up working. So unfortunately, our very real disc did not succeed. But we will be trying Snow Leopard with something called iBoot, where I just put the CD in and then flash drive. So hopefully this one works, because the second it tried booting Tiger, it would kernel panic. This already seems a lot faster, probably because I'm booting off of a USB. Alright, let's format this. Alright, now that it's partitioned, let's go to our installation. Install it on Hackintosh HD. Install Rosetta, even though it's most likely not going to work. QuickTime. Yep. Alright, let's install. Here we go. It's done. Snow Leopard has successfully installed on the Dell. Let's get through the setup and then we'll get to the fun part. No, I do not own another Mac. Well, I do, I guess, but we'll connect through Ethernet later. Alright, no internet right now. I don't need to register. Make our account, we'll do Zach Neo. You can't see my password. That's cheating. Alright, and we're gonna set our time zone to New York. Somewhere within that area, just in the East Coast, I guess. Here we go. All right. It is 2010. Yeah, let's go for that. All right, I'm not gonna register anytime soon. And now we are at the desktop, which is a lot further than I thought I would get. So yeah, now is the fun part of installing all of our software. So what we'll do first is, since we didn't really get Tiger, we're gonna make Tiger. There we go. We have Aqua, kinda. And now we need to maybe adjust the resolution. I lied. We're not. This is all we get, and we get what we get, and we don't get upset. So I am kind of mad that we don't get good res, but it's all right. So in this computer we have a Intel Core 2 Duo and 1 GB of DDR2 RAM. Great. How much video memory do we have? We have 64 megabytes. That's great. We can run Final Cut. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. So, I'm gonna bring out the MacBook and we'll, Alright, now that we got all the software downloaded, let's put it on the flash drive. Alright, now that we got the files transferred to our USB drive, we will eject it. Now we will remove it. And put it into our new Mac Pro. This would open, it's a little stuck sometimes. There we go. We will plug our flash drive in. Say goodbye to this for now. And welcome our new desktop. So on the screen, we'll go to our drive now. And before I do anything, I'm gonna copy all of this over to, you know, I'm not. I'm going to start with the macOS 10.6.8 update because we are on 10.6.3 and some software is 10.6.8 only. And I'll also open up MultiBeast. So let's get the update ready. All right, let's continue. Uh-oh. Not good. What's up? Untrusted. Alright, I guess I'll just get a new installer. Alright, well, 10.6.8 did not want to install, so we're just using MultiBeast now to help us out. Alright, now that we got all of our software installed, why don't we mess around a little bit before we end the video. Starting with Keynote. Let's check it out. The old versions of Keynote are actually pretty good. I like them. The skeuomorphic design is also really good. Alright, let's do the, I don't know, just a random one. Gradient. That took a lot longer than need to, but once again we're running on 1 GB of RAM, which is the minimum requirement to run Snow Leopard. I'm not going to count on this too much. Yeah, I also think we lack the GPU power. Eventually in a future video we're going to upgrade this graphics card to one that is decent enough to run macOS like this. I'll also try getting more RAM for it, even though I probably have to sell my soul to get it. But let's try GarageBand before we're done here. So, alright, GarageBand 09. Let's do piano. Now, unfortunately, we have no speaker audio. Do we? No, we don't. But we have, alright, yeah, GarageBand. I don't really have any device, and musical typing isn't really gonna work since we don't have audio. But we will see if we can play Doom on here. Let's play Doom. Oh wait, let me get a keyboard. Alright, well, that will be the end of the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. I know it's a bit different kind of content today. I don't really make this kind of content, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want me to add any more software that you think is good for this, you can just let me know in the comments. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.